話誰が書いたの?
박열이라고.
Anarchist from Colony, or otherwise known by its Korean title, Pak Yeol, is a South Korean movie released on June 28, 2017. It was directed by Lee Joon-ik, most notably known for directing King and the Clown, and stars Lee Jae-hoon as the titular character Pak Yeol, Choi Hee-soo as Fumiko Kaneko, and a wide array of supporting cast members. The movie is a biographical period drama about the life of independence activist Pak Yeol, and received numerous nominations and won 24 awards. The movie takes place around the time of the Great Kanto earthquake that struck Japan on September 1st, 1923. Civil unrest soon followed the disaster that led to the mass murder of Korean residents of the region, now known as the Kanto Massacre. Korean laborers and a Japanese labor union had arranged food relief following the earthquake, but were regarded as a nest of socialists by local police. As a result, they began spreading false, incriminating rumors about Koreans and informing residents that it was permissible to kill them. Japanese citizens began organizing vigilante groups and murdering any Koreans they found. Over the next 3 weeks, Koreans had to hide their identities by wearing Japanese clothes and pass a Japanese pronunciation test. Those who failed were killed immediately, and this included not only Koreans, but any foreigners or even Japanese whose dialects led to a difference in pronunciations. Filmmaker Akira Kurosawa, who was a child at the time, recounts these events. With my own eyes, I saw a mob of adults with contorted faces rushing like an avalanche in confusion, yelling, "This way! No, that way!" They were chasing a bearded man, thinking someone with so much facial hair could not be Japanese. Simply because my father had a full beard, he was surrounded by a mob carrying clubs. My heart pounded as I looked at my brother, who was with him. There was a ban of media coverage during this time, and when it was finally lifted, officials arrested Koreans to attract the newspapers to the arrests instead of the massacre. An estimated 6,000 Koreans were killed during this time, but Japan continues to deny that the massacre happened and claims that the number is much, much lower. As a result, the events are scarcely known outside of Korea. This movie follows Pak Yeol, a rickshaw driver who also leads an anarchist group. He meets Fumiko Kaneko, a Japanese nihilist who sympathized with the oppressed Koreans under Japanese rule, and they develop a relationship. The anarchist group starts to form a plan to assassinate the Crown Prince of Japan, but before they could execute the plan, the earthquake and the following massacre wreaked havoc. Pak Yeol is soon arrested when Japanese officials find out about his plans to assassinate the prince, and Fumiko follows suit. This happens right as the ban is lifted on press coverage, so the arrest takes center stage and overshadows the massacre. The rest of the movie follows Pak Yeol and Fumiko as they are interviewed by the prosecutor, in the process revealing Fumiko's backstory and her reasons for becoming an anarchist. They are eventually put to trial, making a big spectacle in the process so as to garner attention. With world reporters coming for the trial, the group takes the opportunity to spread information on what actually happened during the Kanto Massacre. The pair are eventually sentenced to death, but later on given a pardon that reduced the sentence to life imprisonment. While in prison, Fumiko wrote a memoir, which was eventually published, and the couple's story gained media attention with the picture they took days prior to the trial. In the end, Fumiko died while in prison, and the circumstances surrounding it was unclear, while Pak Yeol was released following Korea's independence. At first glance, this movie may seem confusing, as the protagonists failed to execute their plan and are generally portrayed as lunatics, behaving in a weird manner for apparently no reason. However, upon further inspection, their actions were actually much more impactful, as they were able to bring attention to the massacre that Japan had hidden away. Furthermore, Pak Yeol became an inspiration to other Koreans, as he showcased tenacity in facing the Japanese and never yielded to them. The movie was a surprisingly lighthearted watch, given the grim events that they portrayed in the movie, and this is mostly due to the cheerful song that became the theme song of the movie and the group's joking banter with each other. However, they took it too far at times, taking away from a dramatic moment and making some scenes less meaningful than it should have been. Also, the relationship of Yeol and Fumiko became the main focus of the movie, at times overshadowing the important historical events occurring at the same time. This includes the Kanto Massacre, which in reality was a truly horrific event that most people should know about. The movie does not do it justice, however, as it was mostly reduced to just statistics. Overall, Anarchist from Colony was a really enjoyable movie that I believe more people should watch, if simply so that they become aware of what happened during the Kanto Massacre. Thank you for watching this video.